Liberia was proclaimed a republic in 1847 by black settlers returning from the United States. Many had been formerly enslaved or were descendants of people who had endured slavery. They carried a dream of freedom onto African soil. Yet the nation they built would also carry a painful division. The Americo-Liberian settler minority came to dominate government, education, commerce, and national institutions. Indigenous African communities formed the great majority of the population. Yet many were marginalized, controlled, and denied equal influence. This was the divided Liberia inherited by William Tubman. William Vacanarat Shadrach Tubman was born on November 29, 1895. His birthplace was Harper in Maryland County, southeastern Liberia. Place names such as Maryland reflected Liberia's connection to the United States. His life began inside the history of diaspora, return, and nation-building. Tubman's paternal grandparents were among 69 formerly enslaved people brought to Liberia in 1844. His mother was born in Atlanta, Georgia. He belonged to the Americo-Liberian community that later controlled much of national politics. From birth, his story was tied to both black freedom and unequal power. Tubman grew up in the strict household of his father, Alexander Tubman. His father was a stonemason, an army general, and a Methodist preacher. The children attended daily family prayers and were made to sleep on the floor. Their father believed soft beds would weaken character. Religious discipline, legal study, and public ambition shaped Tubman's youth. He studied law privately and became known as a lawyer who represented poorer citizens. In 1923, he entered national politics as senator for Maryland County. He later served as an associate justice of Liberia's Supreme Court. William Tubman was elected president in 1943 and inaugurated on January 3, 1944. He became Liberia's 19th president during the final years of the Second World War. His rule would span the Cold War and the rise of African independence. He remained in office until his death in 1971. Tubman believed Liberia needed roads, railways, ports, hospitals, and economic opportunity. Through his open-door policy, he encouraged foreign investment in the country. Mining, rubber, agriculture, forestry, and trade expanded. Liberia began to present itself as a nation prepared for prosperity. Under Tubman, rubber and iron ore became powerful engines of Liberia's export economy. Roads and railways carried natural resources from the interior toward the coast. Monrovia's port was refurbished and expanded for international trade. Visible development gave many Liberians hope for a modern future. Tubman's time left physical symbols of Liberia's ambition. The Capitol Building, Monrovia City Hall, and the National Cultural Center are associated with his era. He also constructed the Ducor International Hotel, West Africa's first five-star hotel. By his death, Liberia was known for the world's largest mercantile fleet. Tubman's administration also invested in education and health. A national literacy effort followed the principle, each one teach one. Those who learned to read were encouraged to teach others. Hospitals and public services reflected the belief that development must reach ordinary people. Perhaps Tubman's most important ambition was to unite Liberia's divided people. For generations, Indigenous Liberians had been oppressed by an Americo-Liberian elite. Through the National Unification Policy, his government made equal rights a national commitment. He called for justice, suffrage, representation, and equal opportunity. Indigenous Liberians gained greater recognition, representation, and access to government positions. Political participation was also expanded for women. Yet old privilege did not disappear. The ruling elite and the true Whig Party continued to dominate national power. Tubman governed as African nations challenged colonial rule and gained independence. Liberia had been independent since 1847 and sought a meaningful African role. Tubman participated in the growing diplomacy of continental cooperation. He presented Liberia as an old African republic facing a new African future. Tubman maintained close relations with the United States during the Cold War. This partnership brought investment, diplomatic support, and international visibility. But critics believed Liberia became too dependent on American interests. They questioned whether such closeness weakened the country's independence. Tubman declared, "We wage no war against socialism if it is kept within the territories and among people that are so inclined. But we shall fight till death any attempt to impose and force upon us what we consider a mystical illusion." His words reflected Liberia's strongly pro-Western position. They also revealed the difficult choices faced by African leaders during the Cold War. During Tubman's presidency, Liberia experienced prosperity, investment, and visible modernization. Some citizens gained jobs, schools, healthcare, transport, and new opportunities. But much wealth remained with foreign companies, urban communities, and political elites. A nation is not fully prosperous while many people remain outside its progress. Tubman is remembered as the father of modern Liberia, yet his 27-year presidency has also been criticized as authoritarian. The true Whig Party remained dominant, opposition was restricted, and his lifestyle was considered expensive. He modernized the nation but did not fully democratize its power. William Tubman died in London on July 23, 1971, while still serving as president. He was succeeded by William R. Tolbert, who was overthrown in a military coup in 1980. Civil war erupted from 1989, exposing wounds that development had not healed. Tubman did not cause every later crisis, but Liberia inherited an unfinished foundation. In recognition of his achievements, Tubman's birthday, November 29th, is observed as a national holiday in Liberia. Many remember the roads, schools, buildings, diplomacy, and language of national unity. Others remember the inequality and concentrated power that remained. Honest history must hold both memory and truth together. Tubman once said, "Liberia never received the benefits of colonization. He sought development, opportunity, and unity for a nation shaped by freedom and division." His life teaches that roads and wealth are not enough without justice and shared dignity. A nation's true future begins when every community can walk through the open door together.